Good afternoon. Welcome to Jim Hunley's World of Weather. Clicked on to long range weather forecast discussion for December 15th to 27th. We're going to first here look at the AO, and the AO is forecast to turn negative during this time. And we'll take a look at the forecast GFS, and this might have implications on our weather in the next coming weeks. Also, the NAO is positive and also turns negative, and we'll see what that does in the weather as we go through the next couple of weeks. Okay, we're going to look now at the period for December 15th to 19th. We have a broad trough covering much of the nation. The North Atlantic Oscillation is forecast to trend towards neutral with weak height anomalies near or over Greenland. You can see here negative height anomalies. And a low is forecast over, an upper low is forecast over the Aleutians with extension across the Eastern Pacific. So we go through the days, we go through the models, and we come to the 19th. You can see the models are pretty good agreement. So we're going to have one system here in the forecast period that will exit the foothills of the Rockies, and will spread rain to the south and snow to the north. And there remains a spread in the models at the amount of type of precipitation as well as the track. So we go here to the period. We're looking at the GFS. You can see it right here. Here's our system. Mixed precipitation here, snow. And at this time, we're expecting there'll be moderate snowfall for parts of Kansas. As the low moves east, rain is forecast in the Appalachians to the north and across the Appalachians, the Ohio Valley. So we're going to go forward in time. And you can see here we have heavy rain here across the Ohio, Tennessee Valley, snow to the north. This is a GFS. Mixed precipitation, snow here across the Mid-Atlantic. And we look at the GFS, it's slower with the precipitation and also further to the southeast. Notice where the 540 line on the European compared to the GFS for the same time period, it is to the north. Here's the GFS. Here's the European. We'll go to the next page at 7 a.m. on Tuesday. Here's the European, the low offshore, and the GFS is far to the north. It's over the northeast. Then we go forward in time. Then the system's pretty much over. So at this time, we're expecting snow with this in the interior, northeast, and mid-Atlantic, and this will be highly dependent on the eventual track of the system. And to the west, we'll have a frontal system that will move into the west. See here, and this will bring precipitation along the coast into the Sierras. Look at the period for December 18th to 22nd. A broad trough covers much of the nation. A trough is forecast over the Eastern Pacific. And some of the models are indicating a weak ridge over the Rockies. And I'll show you what I'm talking about when I go through the days. See, you can see the ridge here. This is the GFS ensembles. A little bit of a ridge here, trough. We have positive height anomalies here as the NAO trends more towards with a negative trends more towards negative. So for this forecast period, I'm forecasting above normal temperatures here. I'm forecasting numbers of 4 degrees above normal, and below normal temperatures forecast for much of this for the east and the plains, with the numbers of 4 to 6 degrees below normal. for precipitation, calling for above normal precipitation here, and for southeast Mid-Atlantic and the Northeast. And the probability of occurrence is 35 to 45%. And we have below normal precipitation for this region, and the probability of occurrence is 35%. Then, as we go further ahead, this is where the NAO and the AO will have implications on our forecast. So for the 23rd, you can see a trough still remains over the Northeast with positive height anomalies here across Canada or near Greenland. And we go through the period, and we see we have a region between the two troughs. Trough here, trough ridge. So overall, this is what we're forecasting the flow to look like. So for this, mostly zonal, so for this forecast period, I'm calling for above normal temperatures from the Mississippi Valley to the Pacific Coast, and the probability, the height, the anomalies will be about 4 to 6 degrees above normal. Below normal temperatures remain across southeast Mid-Atlantic and the Northeast, and forecasted numbers of 4 degrees below normal are forecast. And for precipitation, calling for above normal precipitation here, and the probability of occurrence 35 to 45%. And we have below normal precipitation forecast for the plains. Probability of occurrence is 35%. That's the long range weather forecast discussion for December 15th to 27th. Thanks for coming to Jim Munley's World of Weather, and have a good day.